pick up where we left off. You and I.
What's up, beautiful people? My name is Lynns, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I have a very important guest. I know you've been seeing him around somewhere on my videos. He's been popping around on my videos. And yes, guys, for those who have met my husband, this is my amazing husband.
I'm Sergey, Lynette's husband, and yeah, welcome to our channel. Oh yeah, your channel.
So yes, so guys, today we wanted to do an interesting video because I know I have friends who've been asking me, how did you guys meet? How did you guys meet? So yeah, today we are here to answer not really all the questions, but we're just basically going to tell you guys how we met. So how did we meet?
So basically, we met online.
Okay, online. I know. Online, I know. Yes, online. Yes, so we met online. It was, I still remember the dates and everything. It was July 13th, 2021. And yeah, I woke up to a text from...
For me, basically, I was, recently during that time, a work colleague was kind of telling me, hey, you know what, maybe you can try out this online thing. I actually was not like into that, but I kind of tried out, and then I was like, noticing Lynette's beautiful profile, and I was, just give it a try. Let's maybe just write text, and I was, already, it's difficult to say, already maybe feeling something. Yeah, this could be maybe something, even though I was from Germany and she's all the way from Kenya. I was giving it a chance, a try, and was then still praying and hoping, please text me back. And yeah.
So yeah, and for me, guys, that day that I got his text, I was so done with online dating at that point, because I had tried it, and the things that I was getting there, I was just not into it. So that day I had actually woken up and I was like, you know what? This is the day I'm going to do this. I'm going to delete this profile. I'm just so done with it because it's not getting me anywhere. The things I'm getting, like, it's so crazy when it comes to online dating. The moment I saw his text, I was like, what? You know, because so many guys that were on my profile, that were coming to my profile, they were just sending some things. I don't even want to say them. But yeah, the moment I saw his text, I was like, okay. But you know, I wasn't like so sure. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna answer this text. He's probably answered his text message. I didn't even put so much effort to his profile because, guys, he didn't have beard on his profile. He didn't have none of these. He was so bald. He didn't have any beard. And he looked like a 17-year-old.
She couldn't believe my real age.
Yeah, I kept on asking him, because I was so scared, because you know there are things going on online. I was like, oh my gosh, this is someone's child, and I'm not gonna. I kept on asking him, how old are you? Because there were no beard, there was no hair, and he looked so old.
Or even how tall I am. I told her like how tall I am, and she was still like kind of thinking, no, I am like shorter than I'm telling.
Yeah. So
since from this day, or like over here in Germany, it was already since from that night, I was actually about to go for a night shift. As soon as she has replied and we started kind of texting, it was maybe for maybe 1 hour or so. It was really short. It was, how should I say, it was a nice introduction to each other, but within 1 hour, after 1 hour, I was already supposed to go to work. So I was really like feeling bad already to kind of leave everything, like you guys, you know, like letting her stay. And maybe she's kind of thinking something else, but I really was about to go to work. And yeah, since then is when we, every day kept in contact, like have written, then kind of after a short time exchanged numbers that we kind of like could like, write on text in WhatsApp. Then the first voice calls came and so on. And yeah.
Yes, so yeah, that was basically it. Talking in July, and then after July, like we kept in touch. We talked from there for a certain period of time until I was like, this is interesting. Maybe we should keep this conversation going. So yeah, and at that point we were not like so like into girlfriend boyfriend, by the way, no, because we were these two people who met, who both of us came from very traumatizing breakups.
Toxic relationships, such.
He came from a very toxic relationship. I was so heartbroken because
we were not rushing things. We were kind of respectful, lovely, kept it slow and slow and steady, and things like from day by day, like kind of started to grow.
Yeah, so we were just like talking life in general, like how is life in Germany, how is life in Kenya, like what has your relationship be like, things like that. And then I found like, oh, he was such a good listener, and so many things that he had gone through, like with this breakup and everything, I had gone through the same thing, and I was like, oh, this is really interesting,
A lot of similarities, and since the first call, I was already like feeling like kind of connection. Yes, it's worth to stick on it. Maybe it could grow some. Maybe it could grow.
Yeah, so after that, we exchanged now numbers, and then we kept our conversation on WhatsApp. And he asked me, deleted the profile, and I was like, oh, this is interesting, but how is it even going to work? I mean, it's Germany and Kenya,
Of course, we kind of both deleted the profiles at the same time, and of course, when I started to kind of already have contact with my now wife, I stopped all the other contacts.
After that, he came to Kenya in December. And then
it was a long journey for me.
A long journey.
With connection flights,
all
I guess,
the way.
even it took really long. But I guess maybe my flight was even delaying a lot. I kind of arrived at maybe 5 a.m. in the morning at your time.
Yeah.
I was super exhausted. I was first time in Africa, and I was not just exhausted, I was even super excited too at the same time, because of course, one thing is when you're just online, and the second thing is when you're actually meeting the person. Then even though I was at the airport, I didn't know, is she really there? Not that she's having some last thoughts and never appears or so, guys. My heart, I don't know, I checked out every single person literally in the airport. Even when I was outside, I still kept checking, and I was seeing firstly like no, and I was really with, I don't know, was it one big luggage or two big luggages, and I really was thinking, no way, maybe she has changed her mind, maybe she's not even there at all. But even for me, I cannot hold myself seeing that beautiful lady with flowers coming to me, and I knew that's my net.
Yeah, so when I actually saw him before he saw me. I saw him when he was inside, when he was picking his luggage. I saw him, and I was shaking. I was holding the flowers. I was shaking out of nervousness, and it was also cold. It's 5 in the morning. It was so cold at the airport, but I was super, super excited. So it was so sweet and nice. And the first time I saw him, he was so tall. Because I remember I kept on asking, how tall are you? I'm like, no, there's no way you're that tall.
She just couldn't believe it.
There's no way you're that tall, But so he came to Kenya, and he came with a mission. So he came to stay the whole December for vacation. And he kept on insisting, I would like to go meet your mother. I would like to go meet your mother. For the first time ever, I have never introduced any man to my mother, And the moment you try to talk to whichever relationship, the relationship that I was into, the moment you start mentioning mother, no one was interested in meeting my mother. But I was so shocked that he kept on insisting, until I kept on asking him, are you sure you want to do this? I'm like, it's okay if you don't want to do it. No one,
For me,
What was the reason as to why you wanted to go meet my mother?
yeah, the reason was then like to talk with your mother and get then, yeah, in best case, her blessings. And yeah, just hoping that of course she's gonna like me too, because I'm from another country, another skin color, and of course it was like kind of something which will kind of burden me a lot too. So, but yeah, once I have seen her and how she welcomed me, I knew directly immediately from the second everything is going to be okay from now.
Yeah. So he basically he had come to ask my mom for hand in marriage. I didn't know because the time that he was asking, I was not inside the house. I was outside. He had carried the ring all the way from Germany. The first person that saw my engagement ring was my mother. Was my mother. So my mother was giving me the story afterward, after we are engaged, that he had asked her for a hand in marriage, like a hand in marriage and a blessing and everything. So my mom was telling me that he kept on crying when he was talking to her, and he was so emotional. Like he showed her the ring. I was like, but I didn't see the ring, because for me, I just knew he was just going to see my mom, just going to see my family,
I was even preparing like a really nice and beautiful speech for her mother, which came like really from the deepest of my heart. And yeah, then
Yeah, so yes, that was basically it of how we met video. And I hope you guys enjoy, and make sure you tune in to
see ya.